a geriatric Joewell shear that has seen a lot of life and is ready to retire. Can we get more life out of it? All right, I got the letter and I got these shears, and the letter says, these Joewell shears belong to a customer. Although I sharpened them several times, she still finds them to be crunchy. Can you please fix these and tell me where I went wrong? So let's see where he went wrong, and let's see if I can fix them. In case you don't know, I'm Bonnie Megowan. I have a lot of videos on YouTube. We have the Sharpeners Jam coming up. You see my shirt? That is going to be in April. If you want to come and have some hands-on classes with me and other sharpeners I respect, and if you can't come participate online, check out the links below, or go to facebook.com group Sharpeners Jam, and you'll find a lot of information on it, and also our website. I like to teach, and I have a lot of videos on teaching, and I do like to get in some shears to show what to do. And this one, if this would be similar to what I was talking about in an article that I wrote just yesterday. I do write for Jim O'Donnell's publication On the Edge. If you're a sharpener, I suggest you get that. Also, the Sharpener's Report with Judy Brenner. But these might be, in my opinion, if I was a sharpener and was given these, I might say these are walk-away shears. And the reason why, we're going to zoom in so you can see it, and because they have been just over-sharpened. They're probably end of life. They've been sharpened incorrectly. And this is one that you might want to do before and after videos of or pictures of. And then also when I get shears like this, I normally give a 30-day guarantee against my sharpening. If they drop them, oopsie, whatever, you know, if they're not happy with the sharpening. And then I think my son-in-law Jay gives 2 weeks, which is probably plenty. But if I came across this, I would not, would not give this a warranty. I'd say I'm correcting somebody else's sharpening. I'll get them as good as I can get them. If they're crunchy or whatever, I will improve them, but I'm not going to be able to make them perfect because the metal's gone. It's not like hair, it doesn't grow back. So let's see if I can get them less crunchy. Let's look and see how crunchy they are. And by the way, while we're talking about the crunchy sound, I hit 4,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and every time I hit another 1,000 subscribers, I buy a new camera. Now this is my brand new camera, my first time using Sony VZ1. So put a comment below if you think this, if I need to get a mic, if I sound okay on this, if there's an echo, or my last couple of videos are really bad. And in fact, the last couple of videos I never even published them because my camera was not what I wanted it to be. So let's get on to this, and we're going to zoom in and let you see what I'm seeing here. I didn't mention he also sent this one that he didn't have the parts to. So I've got to go through my parts and find something that fits, but that's another video. So here's what I'm seeing on this shear. Look how that blade dips down. Do you see it here? Oh, that's just terrible. So much metal has been taken off. When I hear crunch, I'm thinking ride line. And yes, that ride line is not existing right here. And let's see. Yeah, there's almost no ride line here. But it's definitely gone from that spot. Turn this back and forth. Might bring this camera down. Y'all excuse me while I play with this new camera. I think this is looking pretty good, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see even better with this. But it's just the wrong edge. Plus it's So let's see how it sounds. I'm going to get a little piece of tissue here. It'll be really quiet. Oh, no, it's not a crunch. It just doesn't cut. Look. A tip cuts. From here to here it'll cut. Let's see. From see the tip will cut. And it'll cut from the middle. But if I try to cut that whole blade, I have to put some pressure. I have to put some side pressure to make it cut. If I don't put pressure, see, it's not going to cut. Let's see how it cuts wet. Now, I don't know if this previous sharpening is by him. Yeah, see, it's not cutting wet at all. Even if I try to make it cut, put a pressure with my thumb, it's just not cutting. So this is someone that's just watched me on my videos. They've never come from for training that I remember. And let's take it apart and see if I can make it cut. Alright, so we've decided to sharpen this. Do we want to try to smooth that out? I don't think we can. We can't bring metal back. This is really at the point where a shear needs to be replaced. When you've got, see, the blade should be out here. So we've got about maybe 25% of the blade is gone. That's just kind of pitiful, isn't it? So let's take it apart. I'd like to know if this is, well, he said he's sharpened this several times, so, but it's definitely has had a whole history of it. I'd like to know if there's other people have sharpened it or just him or what the story is. Okay, I've got it apart. These little cups here, we're now, I like this so much, I'm now including this in, it's actually on our website. We're selling these now, and then I also including them with our Sharpening Essentials. It has a lid, which I'm always misplacing it. But what I like about it, it's magnetic underneath here, but it's not a strong magnetism. So it doesn't magnetize the screw. Some of those screw holders will make the screw magnetic, and then it causes a problem when you put back the shears. But this is magnetic enough that it'll hold the screw, hopefully from falling out real easy, and then it'll fit on top of my machine, because my machine is steel. See, this is the Sharpening. Oh, one other thing you'll see. This has been a little small upgrade, and it seems simple for our Sharpening, for our new ones. And if you have an old Sharpening and you want to get one of these wing nuts, let me know. I'll send it to you. I really like this little wing nut because I can easily take this arm off now. Oh, well, that's not good. Well, I can take the arm off, and it just makes it easier for transport. The only thing is, if you take the arm off, there are two little ball bearing washers in here, so don't lose them. So you may need to have a clamp or perhaps something like this. I don't know. Keep them from falling out when you take the arm off. That's the part I've got to figure out. But anyway, I like the wing nut. And it also helps me to easily adjust how loose or how tight I like the arm. Some people like a stiffer arm, some people like a loosey-goosey arm. Might be able to persuade my son-in-law Jay to upgrade his Sharpening if I can show him how he likes his arm to be super loose. And I like mine to be kind of in between. So, matter of preference. So, on this shear, because of the way it is, this isn't normal. Yeah, I'm so glad this isn't normal sharpening. I'm going to do something different in doing the ride line. Because see that ride line is gone. I could just use the 4000 grit, which I'll probably go to that. But I'm going to use my diamond stone. Now we sell these. We don't sell a whole lot of them, and I don't use them very often. But this is a diamond stone, extra fine, double extra fine. But even though it's so fine, it still gives me, it's still more aggressive than my other stones. So I like to use it when I have a problem like this. I'm going to color in, and I've got these new markers. We're going to be including these in with our Simek Essential Kit. It's sort of like the Sharpie, but the red is, I've been having problems with the Sharpie, sometimes getting all of it off with the alcohol afterwards, and this one's not as good as the Sharpie, which is to my advantage, but it stays on. Does that make sense? A lot of things I say may not make sense to anybody but me. You can, if you like, spray this with water, soapy water. I have also sprayed it with diamond spray. Now you're going to ask me in the comments what micron diamond spray is this, and my answer is going to be I don't know, because I use grandchild labor to put the labels on these and they got them mixed up. So this is either a it's either a half or a 3, because I've got some bottles with a half micron I was going to experiment with, and those got mixed up. So same pressure right here over the pivot hole. And the only place I've got to ride is right here. None of the red's been removed from here back. This may not be aggressive enough. Nothing. Let's try this one. It's a little slippery. This one's looking a little better. I've got to ride down to here. But this is not doing what I need it to do. By the way, if you see that cut on my thumb, that is not from sharpening. That was for cutting up onions at home. If you worry about getting cut a lot, sharpening shears, it really doesn't happen. You're going to damage yourself a lot more at home cutting up whatever with a because you're going to learn how to sharpen your knives, and so your knives are going to be pretty sharp and you're not used to it. So I'm going to my 1000 grit Kitayama. Let's see if I can. Might have to try a few things, but you've got to have a ride line or it's going to be crunchy. So whatever you've got to do to get a ride line. I still only have it about down to here, but it's looking better. I'm going to go up here in the corner. Well, the red is taken off along the edge. It's not really shiny like I would like it to be. Yeah, we're looking for the red to be removed and also for it to be shiny. And it's not there. Now, the tip's hanging off, and I'm really scrubbing hard. Man. Okay, this is one of these that we're going to use that chamfering to bring this down. That's the only way I know how to fix this. All right, if you don't know what this chamfering is, let me show you. Got my curve adapter, and this is an 80 micron. I'm going to pull the spatter guard off. I think you can see better what's going on. This goes on here. And I don't do this very often, but this is one of those that needs this. So what I want to do is take this area out here and blend it down. So I want to hit it right about here. So I'm clamping on my handle. And I want to be a little bit tighter than normal. And I'm coming in right here. And I might even want to color this in with my red Sharpie here. Excuse me. My edge marker. And you zoom in where you can see a little better what I'm doing. It's making my nose itch. And it's getting warm. Okay, I'm starting to get down into the meat of it. Can you see how it's looking straight now? A little bit more, and it's warm. Let's see if that's enough. Oops, that wasn't good. Well, didn't do anything. So I'm going to color my edge in again. Back to my stone. I'm up here in the corner. Yeah. Now do you see? It's coming all the way down. It's a little bit wimpy right here. Yeah. I've got a rod line. You see that? So now I'm going to flip my stone over. I can use my Negura. I can use my Negura stone to clean this up. And just to make it a little bit smoother and shinier and more distinct. As I said, now I would not normally go through this much work, because these are walk-away shears. You see the rod line starting to come up the back because of the how much metal is removed. Yep. Okay, let's get the other blade done. Make sure it's nice and tight. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, this is the curve adapter. You can put whatever grit you want on here. This pulls off, it's Velcro. We sell these, this will fit with the metal plate to the Cymec, but you can buy it without the metal plate, glue it onto whatever plate fits your machine, and it'll work on any flat home. A little bit hot, and I'm trying to get that little hump out. It's warm, and I'm pushing about what you would push to ring a doorbell, maybe a little less. I'm not pushing as hard as I push to turn on the dishwasher, because my dishwasher, something's wrong with it. If I don't push the button really hard, it doesn't come on. But it's like a average. I don't want it bouncing. See, if I do a light thing, it's bouncing. I want to kind of hold it into place. I think this was the worst of the two. And if you have a twice as sharp, there's some people that do this on the twice as sharp. I don't happen to have a twice as sharp. I've been able to do whatever I need it to do on the flat home. See, it's coming out there. A little bit more. Okay. Take that off. We'll zoom back out. Onto my Kitayama stone. Now I use a variety of stones here, but when I need to get a little bit more aggressive, or I just want an all-purpose stone, this is a great one because you've got the two sides to it. I'm going to color in my edge again. And I'm putting a good bit of pressure here. And that noise you hear, listen, that's from this hilt hitting the side of this thing. I want to make sure I'm getting that whole blade on here. So it's not a problem if that hilt is hitting on the side, because that way I know I've got this whole blade. A little bit right here. I don't have a rod line. I can go up here in the corner. That takes off more right here, and that'll bring that whole blade down a little bit. I think that'll do. Lovely, lovely. Now we'll come back to this. So I'm going to find cushion plate. This is 500. Let's start out with a 500. And I'm going to set my clamp on a higher angle than what I know it's going to be ending up as, because I want to get it more convexy looking. So I'm not trying to create a burr here. I'm just trying to create more of a convexy shape, and I'm using a more aggressive, this is my blue film and a 500 grit. The highest it comes in is 400. And so I'm just coming in here. Might need to make it a little lower than that. Get that convexy shape. Let's go with this one. This keeps me from taking too much off at the edge while I'm trying to reshape it. This is a trick I learned from Dennis Brooks, who is going to be one of our educators at the Jam. And the chamfering I learned from Jim O'Donnell, who's going to be one of our educators at the Jam. And I think everyone should be learning from each other. That's the way it improves all of our sharpening. And if anybody gets to the point where they're so arrogant that they think they know it all, well, then that's when they need to start worrying. Because none of us know it all, do we? When I first started this business, I met a sharpener. I don't think he's alive now. I mean, I'm so old. I've outlived a lot of sharpeners. But he used to say, I could show you how I sharpen it, but I'd have to kill you afterwards. I mean, you know, that is not, yeah, it's not like there's any great secrets. So I'm going to set this at 45. I may move it down to 40 just because these are such damaged shears. But let's see if we can do it at 45. That would be ideal because then they could still slide cut maybe with them. That would be closer to what the original angle would be. And I'm nowhere near the edge. Let's move some metal. This is a fresh 80 micron on a cushion plate. Sometimes you just got to take off enough metal to get there. Yeah, I've got to the edge here, not in the center. If you get the tip more in the center, sometimes tilting it up will help. Almost there. Just that bad spot right here. You can start, and you know, I know you can't smell on video, but you can start to smell a little bit of a metal, metallic. I don't know. Not everybody can smell it, but when it starts getting hot or you're almost getting too much metal, I'm one of those people, I've got a really good nose. When I'm cooking, a lot of times I don't need to set, well, I set the timer anyway, but usually my nose will tell me when whatever's cooking in the oven is ready. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm at the edge here, right there. You can still see the little bit of red right there. Put that light there, maybe you can see it. And so I know I haven't got it. I don't even have to feel for the burr. I can see that red and there's that dip. I don't want to make the dip worse. I mean, I could come in here and try to take that out, but that would just be making the dip worse. What I want to be doing is removing metal here and here to bring that up. So I might have to just sit here a while. To get to that spot. And not there yet. Let's go back to this 80. Yes, these are walk-away shears, but y'all probably want to see what I do with them and see if I can fix them. I don't know if I can fix them. I think I can improve them. Still there. And I'm taking off so much metal down there. I'm keeping that tip up a little bit. Still don't have the edge at that point. Okay, this may be the time I'm going to drop them down to 40. Hear the difference in the sound? I'm almost there. That's so close. Let's see if I can finish it up on 800. Because this is looking really aggressively bevelly. My new watch tells me when I've got messages. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's hot. Almost there, a little bit, right here to here. If you don't have a burr, it's not going to cut. And your tendency would be to come down in here and get that spot. Maybe that light we can see better. To get that spot, and you're just going to make it worse. You've got to bring the rest of the blade up to that. I guess I could have chamfered it a little bit more. I'm always about doing the least possible. Oh, close. I've got just this much that I don't have a burr. Don't have to feel for it. I can see it. I'm not looking at the burr. I'm looking at whether I'm at the edge. If you put the light underneath here, sometimes you can see when you get there. Yeah, there's a little bit of gap of light right at that spot. Okay, I think I got it. Nope, still a little bit more. Almost there. These are going to be like toothpicks. No burr right there. I've got a burr. There we go. All right. And when I polish it, that's going to look fairly convexy. Let's see what this side is going to look like. I'm just going to leave it at this 40-degree angle, but work on the back of it, not bring it down to the edge. And for a while, see that coming off? That's off, not metal, that's off of the plate. All right. Got some sparks there, did you see them? This blade will be faster than the other one because I know what to expect. Do a little rocking up and down, a little rocking this way to get that spot. It's so close to being there, I think I can finish it with the 800. Guess I should have put that spatter guard back on. I'm making a mess, and look at this. This is what I tell you not to do. I've got this sitting here with all of the spatter going across 1 micron polishing pad. Yeah, you can see the spatter. You think that's going to give me a nice polish? No, I don't think so. Sometimes these videos are about not what to do, about what not to do. I can put the spatter guard back on right now while I'm thinking about it, because I'm making a mess. Look at this. I don't know if my battery's about to go out or my screen is getting darker. I think it's just my screen that I'm watching. Yes. Got a burr. So I want to pull off my burr. Pretty nice. Pretty nice, okay. Polish. I'm not using this polishing pad. I'm using this one that was further back. And I have 3 micron on here, which is a little bit more aggressive. And I want to back it off from the edge just a little bit. So 40, actually I was doing this on like 42. Let's move it up to about 43 degrees. And let's polish this thing. I'm running at full blast. This is as fast as it goes. That looks pretty good. This thing rattles sometimes. Maybe I shouldn't go quite that fast. I wouldn't go that fast in the salon. But I can get some pretty good speeds on here. All right. Yeah. Let's zoom in. Let's look at this. How nice that looks. So, alcohol. Clean these up. Put them back together. And let's see how they cut. Oh man, they look so much better. Now these had 2 washers in them. And the washers look brand new. So maybe he put new washers in hoping that would make them less crunchy. But the less crunchy was because there was no ride line. And it just... poor sharpening. alcohol does not feel good on my thumb that's been cut. At least it was a sharp knife. I had just sharpened it. Did I mention at the Sharpeners Jam we're going to have a class on how to sharpen knives on the flat hone? That'll be Jason Stern. Jason actually taught a guy at one of our Sharpeners Jams how to sharpen knives on a flat hone, and he went on to he's a professional knife maker, internationally renowned. And that all started from that class. Okay. These little ratchet screwdrivers, I've had this forever, and it's like I never can remember which way to ratchet up to close or to tighten or loosen. Okay, I'm going to do my first cut. Oh, it's not doing anything. I might have made it worse. Well, the tips aren't coming together. And these Joewels, these can break, so I don't want to bend it. Let's trim the bumper down. This is why this would be a walk-away shear. Okay, it's almost there. Trim it down a little bit more. Okay. All right, so it's cutting dry. Let's see if it'll cut wet. Pulling my thumb out. Huh. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better, and it's quieter. The tip does not come together yet, so I need to fix that. I've taken about all I feel comfortable taking off the bumper. So I might want to work on this tip a little bit. It's not pulling at all. It's too loose. The adjustment about right. I'm going to double check it. There's the wet part. Still a little gap right there at the tip. And I can take a little bit off the bumper. So these are improved 100%. I'm still seeing some things on here that I maybe did not get a full burr at this spot, but they're definitely less crunchy. They cut better. Are they perfect? Will it make her happy? I don't know, but they look better, they feel better, and they cut better, but they're not like brand new shears. So this is one, walk away from it, take it as a trade-in, and then you can work on it all you want to. But yeah, this is like sharpening on a geriatric shear. A geriatric Joewell shear that has seen a lot of life. and is ready to retire. Can we get more life out of it? I think I got some.